Good evening, y'all. What a wonderful night to be alive together. My name is Nils Palsson, nephew to this wonderful honoree tonight, and I'm here representing our family lineage and our ancestral heritage. And this is a really tough situation. It's a man I love very much here. It's beautiful to be sure, but also a challenging one and bittersweet. And I want to greet that, all the emotions in the house. We're going to keep celebrating, but just we have the joy that we share to get to be a part of Wayne's life and have him touch all of our lives, this great man, and then also the grief that we're all feeling going through this right now. We're standing on the shore with him as this brave sailor prepares to cross the bar and venture out into the unknown, and that's the party right now. I've only got 5 minutes, which is far too brief to encapsulate the multitudes that this great man contains in his storied life. But if we're learning one thing together here, perhaps it's that our time on life's stage is very brief and precious, and it's our responsibility to make the most of whatever time we're given. Uncle Wayne, you are my primary audience here, but I also want to address your fan club a little bit and share some of our family background with them, all the Wayniacs gathered here. So I may need to talk about you in the third person a little bit, if you'll forgive me. So Wayne was born in San Francisco, as most of you know, to Francis Korpi of Finland and Philip Palsson of Sweden. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm supposed to be signaling. Yeah, send some pictures. Let's keep cruising. Yeah, there we go. There's the baby. All right, you can keep cruising again. Here's the family. All right, let's leave it there for a moment. Okay, so yes, to Francis Korpi of Finland, Philip Palsson of Sweden. Korpi translates to forest or wilderness in Finnish, and Palsson, of course, is Swedish for intelligent and good-looking. My grandfather, Philip, Wayne's dad, was the youngest of 8 siblings. You can keep cruising. And he was the only one to venture out of his homeland. Let's go one more. He was the one who was curious what was over the hill and across the sea. And so he sailed as a merchant marine, found San Francisco, found my grandmother, Fran, and began a family. So there was Andrea, there was my dad, Ralph, and there was the baby, some might say the smart one, Wayne Alexis Palsson. And like his father before him, Wayne's personal legend called him to new lands. So after studying at Lowell High School and all the academic journey we heard about, the shenanigans with my pops back in the hippie days of San Francisco, he was a hippie, and graduating from UC Berkeley, he moved to Seattle, completed his graduate studies at UW, and began a distinguished career in marine biology and fishery sciences. And there's my pops with them right there. We can go one more. Let's leave it there for a second. So growing up in the Bay Area, I always looked forward to my summers with Wayne. I would come up and visit him, and he helped me develop a love for the outdoors and for the sea, taking me on beautiful hikes, glissading on Mount Rainier, and some epic boat camping trips in the San Juans. First snorkeling, later scuba diving, and ultimately, that's how I always will just like, that's my shot of Wayne right there with the rubber chicken on the seawall. Our epic boat camping trips, snorkeling, scuba diving. We ultimately spent over 24 hours underwater together, which was awesome. It was not in one dive. There was many dives. That's awesome. So I'll always remember our night dives with the dogfish in West Seattle, when we came up and there were fireworks going off in the sky over at Safeco Field. That's right. Chasing crabs around the sand off Bainbridge Island, watching wolf eels poke out of their little holes in Hood Canal. And Wayne taught me a lot of cool things along the way. You can keep cruising. How to siwash a boat, we'll leave it there. How to bait a line and clean a fish. How to navigate the sea, red ride returning, and more treacherous still, how to navigate boat ramp antics on the shore. My adolescent memories abound with afternoons spent cruising around Seattle with Wayne, hitting up estate sales, visiting the locks, maybe hitting up Archie McPhee's, all the while listening to Gershwin or perhaps Tom Lehrer singing about poisoning the pigeons in the park. Wayne and my dad always kind of reminded me of a sort of working man's Fraser and Niles Crane. I won't say which was which, but I definitely have some vivid memories of my dear uncle taking me to Gilbert and Sullivan operettas when I was like 12, 13 years old. And I made fun of him at the time, but I actually really grew to love it, and then we did it over the years, and I became a fan myself. And Wayne, you will actually be happy to know, I'm taking Satya to her first Gilbert and Sullivan show, Pirates of Penzance, this summer. So that's what this was. Okay, so Wayne was always there for me. When I was censored for an article I wrote in high school for the newspaper, he helped me hatch a plan to launch an underground newspaper, which became a hugely formative experience for me. And he even helped name the paper, The Subterranean, Terra Nova's underground intelligencer. Yeah. During my coming of age, the big guy here played a large role in teaching me how to be a man. Wise and capable, good-humored and kind, and with a deep and abiding care for our planet, fellow Earthlings, and future generations. You can keep cruising. These are some Wawona shots. So Wayne actually helped cultivate within me a love for maritime culture. I was honored to be a part of the Wawona restoration over the years, and I've enjoyed shanty sings that he brought me to. And it's really been a joy and a special thing for me to see this community come together around Wayne, just kind of from a distance over the decades. Really growing so strong, the shanty community becoming so powerful over the years, and I think that's thanks in large part to Wayne and Jean. Yay! Yes! So, Uncle Wayne, more than any other adult in my life, has actually modeled a robust and active social life, and it's one of the things, Wayne, that I admire most about you. I mean, just look at all these people here. You have to celebrate your influence, and I'm really, really proud of you. So this is me with Wayne and my father, Ralph. When my pops fell ill with cancer during my young adult years, Wayne was there to counsel and support both of us. He was a dutiful brother and son, surviving his father, his brother, his sister, and then most recently his mother. And he was there for each of them in their time of need. And so on behalf of all of our relations, Wayne, I really want to say thank you. Your mom and dad would be very proud of you. Ralph and Andrea would be very proud of you, and you have brought great honor to our family. Wayne has also long been the keeper of our family's genealogy and ancestral lineage, a mantle that I will be honored to take up with the remainder of my days here and pass on to my daughter, Wayne's grandniece, Satya. Wayne helped to raise me to be connected with our ancestors and where we come from, and he helped make it possible for me and Satya to visit the motherland. You actually cruising a couple of years ago. There we go. So yeah, I actually like to remind you, Uncle Wayne, of the legions of Palssons and Corpies all over Scandinavia who are not here physically tonight, but who are still with us right now nonetheless. All our Palssons are here. Okay, we can go next. Thank you. So Jean, I know this is all about Wayne. And I promise I'm about to wrap it up, I'll be on time. But I also need to appreciate you in front of all these loved ones here tonight. We've heard about Wayne's myriad accomplishments, and honestly, finding and marrying you was his greatest accomplishment. And Jean, you've been such an amazing partner. As Wayne cared for his aging mother, you were so supportive and sacrificed so much that he half-jokingly referred to you as Saint Jean. But that moniker is actually truer now than ever. You're just a lovely human being, and I'm so happy that you two found each other and that we're family, and I love you guys. So it is a trauma that's happening to us all right now. A little more than a decade into your young marriage, and just a couple of years into your young retirement. Yeah, but when the angel of death is in the house, I mean, and it's here for all of us because we're all, living beings, and when the angel of death is in the house, it reminds us as always what a gift each moment has already been, like the entire past that we've gotten to look at. I had a recent conversation with Satya at Wayne's wedding with the couple in the background about what happens after death. We were talking, and there are so many beliefs about what happens out there across the bar. But one thing we all have in common is that none of us really knows. Our family comes from a strongly scientific tradition that doesn't buy much into sectarian dogma. I think that's actually why Wayne became a marine biologist, because he was like, theology. So as scientists, though, we're fundamentally curious. We're curious people. And looking around this universe, it quickly becomes evident that we are waters of a great and beautiful and ultimately incomprehensible mystery. So what I told Satya is that this would probably be a pretty scary time for anyone in this position, looking out at the vast horizon and preparing to set sail, and we don't know what's out there on the other side. All we have for sure is the memories that we've made, the impact we've had, and the legacy that we've created, and the love that we've shared. But if that's all we have, then Wayne is in luck, because he's built such an awesome life and made such wonderful memories, and impacted countless lives for the better, and left a monumental legacy of service.
Thank you, Wayne.
Woo! And shared such an abundant love, which I see reflected on the faces of everybody gathered here tonight. So the only way that I can end this is to say that there is no end, and that your energy is with us, and ours is with you, and that's eternal. And Wayne, I love you so much.